I thought I'd bring you along today. We'd have a read of CB World from April-May 1981. See what's going on. So here's the cover page, and yeah, that's what you used to get on the covers of a lot of magazines back in the day. So let's start a little scroll down, and we'll see what's going on. Oh, let's hold on there. That looks to be a President Madison home base, which is an AM SSB, and I think they had FM on them. I'm not too sure, but it's got the non-digital clock. Nice radio. Not many of those about. They're fairly rare, but yeah, I may have one somewhere. I might feature later on. So let's continue on down and see what we get. SSE Dorking. I didn't know them. Never used them at all. A bit about magazine. Yeah, this is about CB radio becoming legal. Mr. William Whitelaw, a very down-to-earth man of the people, not. He was the idiot that came up with the 27 megahertz FM. So we had a standalone band and not the mid-band that we've recently got. So yeah, absolute lemon. And then 900 megahertz. I've never used 900 megahertz. I know I think it's illegal now, but there's still the kit floating around on eBay. If you've ever been on it, post a comment and let me know what sort of distance and how far you get, because I've got no idea. I do remember that if you transmitted and you had the aerial too close, it was supposed to burn your eyes out, but whether that's a myth or not, I don't know. Yeah, it's just a load of rubbish there. CB show at Sandown Park, I didn't go. That looks to be like a Mignon 100M. Busby Speaks Out. Who remembers Busby? On the TV ads, and then used to have the detector vans going about. Giovanni Skipper. Oh, look, there is Busby. Busby Speaks Out. And a detector van. How apt is that? Did anyone actually ever get busted by the detector vans? I'm not sure they could track you down as much as they make out. But yeah, I think it was just more of a visible deterrent. Yeah, some sort of rubbish chart. Oh yeah, look, latest kit inside there, isn't it? It looks like your oven. What else we got here? Printout Promotions CB Specialist. Wow, you could walk around in these shirts and body warmers. And people did. I remember seeing them in body warmers with CB badges all over them. I think if you went out like that now, you'd probably get your head punched in. But in the day, it was completely acceptable to walk around in a body warmer with badges on. The CB devour. Oh, look, there he is. Mr. William Whitelaw, the bloke on the left. As you can see, he looks a very down-to-earth man of the people. And that's why we ended up with what we did, because he was completely off the planet. CB books, ordered by post. Housetronics, yeah, CB swirl meters. That multi-band radio up on the top there is fairly similar to that one, the airband one that I mended a little while back on the channel. There's lots of them floating about on eBay. People are still buying them now. What else we got here? Oh, just more about radio approved on 27 and 930 megs. But there's all the mobile phones on there now, so that's probably why you can't use it. Antenna connectors and how to fit them. Yeah, useful article. But, you know, over the years now we can do that with our eyes shut. But back then it was all new, so that was probably quite useful for quite a lot of people, to be honest. Air cool, I don't know, health risks. Jesus. The Mini Olympic Games in Lowestoft. Wow, sponsored by CB World. International Year of the Disabled Person. To all good buddies, we need your help. I expect they went along and raised some money for charity, which was pretty good. Cobra 66 GTL. That's an AM one, I think. Bring it back. Village handles ignorance. See, before the internet, which is when this is, you used to have to write into the magazine and hope they published your article. Then if you got it published, people used to write in, and in the following issue they'd refer back to Mr. Joe Blogg's article in the April edition, and then they'd have a go, and then they got published, and they were like, oh, I've got published in the magazine, and they sounded complete tits. Design Awards, National, yeah. Yeah, say no, I think, protect your radio, fit the Blair security lock, not Tony Blair, was it? We do direct import of all types of CBs, trade only. I see a lot of them are trade only, otherwise you've got some really good deals. Not how to organise a fox hunt. Oh yeah, fox hunts used to be someone used to go off and hide and transmit, and then they used to have to track them down and find them. I believe, I never went on one myself. I played Fox and Hounds, but I'm not a fox hunt. I'm assuming it's the same thing though. National Committee, we used to love a good committee. A CB Radio User Group, CB Committee. Then there was the React monitors who just used to listen to Channel 9 all day. What a boring life. QRM, interference. You used to get interference, you drove along in your car. The alternator whine. Non-suppressed spark plugs. Wholesale prices direct to the public. Hang on. Yeah, not bad. New place for CB radio accesses. The old K40 mark. I never got on with those. I don't know if any of you owned them, but it was always funny wiring. You could never get them to work. Tenor, aerial tweaks. These must have been disguised ones. Looked like a normal car radio aerial, so yeah, no, I never got on with them. That looks like a DF loop. Super wheels. An Aston Martin and a Ferrari by the looks of it. Who's going to put a CB and drill through the boot of an Aston Martin to put in it? You'd have a mag mount. Well, if they're metal, I don't know. But yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. Think of the money you'd lose. Here's more things on what people used to look like. I'll have a t-shirt and a cap and a badge. Then I'll look like a complete knob. I think you'd be arrested if you went walking around with CB World in black on your thing like that. And yeah, say no more. But people did, and they thought they were cool as anything. This and that, CB posts, catalogues. Load of Cobra ones. Now, I had a Cobra 146 with a blue microphone, like a Turner JM+2, but it was just a standard mic, same colour but a standard mic. I never got anyone on it. I used to DX my head off from really high ground on sideband on my Cobra 146 GTL, and I think it had a thing called voice lock, and I never got out on it at all. Whether the mic worked, I don't know. I mean, I could have been like talking and no one could hear me. I was that naive in them days, so I don't know. There's a 2000 base station. There it is. There it is. Volume squelch, RF gain, lower sideband AM, upper sideband, and voice lock. That's the Cobra 146. I don't even know what I did with it now. But yeah. Wow, that's a blast from the past. Oh, they used to get these cartoons in all the magazines. You don't see them now. Ham International, opening new premises. Nice. Good stuff they do. So I used to like all the QSL cards because these are the sort of art that you used to get on them. You know, someone would call themselves General Grabber, which is the make of a tyre, and then they'd have a custom car and that would be their eyeball card. Swamp Rat, another good. So the art back then was really perfect for CB cards. You don't see anything like it now. Oh, the old GT range. Walters and Stanton Electronics. I've heard of them, but I don't know if they're still going or not. Maybe they are. Let me know. Shell Post. North's leading specialist. I mean, everyone was sat. Oh, look. Hang on. Let's go down a bit more. The 104 CB shop, the Broadway in Maidstone. Now, they they used to be on the Broadway, and I can remember walking in there, and I was looking at a little 2-channel walkie-talkie. It did like 14 and 30, because obviously we used to use the 1.4 for breaking, and the 1.9 was the Truckers channel, so we all used the 1.4. And then the 10.4, it moved from the Broadway in Maidstone to Pudding Lane in Maidstone. And I can remember going in there in Pudding Lane, and they had a Ham International Jumbo on the desk with the volume down, and I can remember seeing the mic, the signal meter bouncing up and down. It was on upper sideband, and a policeman went past and they turned it off. And then when he'd gone, it came back on again, but again with no volume. So they were obviously in there listening. They had a big silver rod up around the back. God, it just suddenly popped in there. I just suddenly remembered that. What else have we got? CB debate. They're still going on about this debate about legal CB. Stan Willett, there's a name. Stan Willett. Where'd you buy your rig from? Stan Willett. K27, Whiskey Home Base. Gutter mount aerial. Look at the prices. You never get anything like that now. But that was a lot of money back in them days. America's top selling CB books. CB show. A field day for two-way radio, Sandown Park. I hope they were legal, otherwise the Busbys would have been all over them. Handles for towns. Oh yeah, I remember this being in there. You used to look your town up and see if it was in there. Mine was never in there. Nice bit of art there. Yeah, see? Maidstone is the county town of Kent, and it's not there. Very poor. Even when they haven't got a picture, they've still got a scantily clad woman holding aerials. Oh my God. Spill for electronics. Okay, say no more. If anyone's ever used any of these shops with names like that, let me know. Oh, look. Caister Holiday Centre, Great Yarmouth, trade stand film shows. Ooh, missus. Disco discussions. Oh, yeah, I'm going just for the discussions. Fancy dress party. And comedians. Talks from top American and British magazine writers. Oh, you sold me. How much is it for the weekend? £5 deposit. You've got to send a stamped addressed envelope. Anyone remember them? It doesn't say how much the tickets are. Book early to avoid disappointment. Oh, special children's under 10, £10. £20 for the whole weekend. Wow. Top TV cabaret bands, probably Cannon and Ball or someone. Oh, and they've got a heated indoor swimming pool. Wow. That's clinched it for me. Where do I get my ticket? Fire stick, not K40, as you know I've got one. QSL cards, Hatchet Man, Daffy Duck, Eskimo Lady. Yeah, you don't get many QSL cards now. Obviously because of the price of stamps, they just priced themselves out of the market now. The post office, stamps, just no one sends mail. Handles, in case you couldn't think of a name. Your handle and braking channel on there. Oh, the Big Dummies Guide. Big Dummies Guide to CB. There was an American version and an English version. And I think I've got both somewhere in the cupboard. I used to like them, and the rabbit used to go hilk, hilk. God knows what that means. Good quality fleecy lined sweatshirts. They were very popular. You had to have a sweatshirt or a baseball cap. You can get your bits there. More handles. CB radio distribution. More handles. Midlands Citizen. Let's say we're getting into adverts now. CB shirts, books, they are, the Big Dummies Guide. CB Lingo. Oh, Trucking Music Convoy. What a great film. CB shirts. Sew-on patches for your body warmer. And more sew-on patches for your body warmer. You can never have too many patches on your body warmer. Has anyone still got their body warmer? Answers on a postcard. I think that's it. So, hope you enjoyed a quick trek through the CB magazine. I'll do another one at some other point, but a good bit of nostalgia there. And hope it brought home some memories for you too. Just as it did for me. Right, 73s, 51s, we're gone.